Hello, my YouTube channel that I have neglected for oh so long. I guess this is my welcome back. I've literally filmed this 4 times already, so I went and wrote down every single thing that I want to touch on in the best way I can touch on it possible. It's been a while. Hi, how are ya? I was trying to get this up before January ended because I want to touch on 2019, and this is gonna be like a new year, new me video, but like really a little bit before 2019. In 2019 I want to talk about where I've been, what has been happening with me. It's been a long while since I uploaded anything, and I think I want to take a different direction with my channel a little bit. It's still gonna have like maybe my normal funny stuff, if that's even what it is. I don't know. I do this for my own entertainment, to be honest, and for me to look back on myself, which is where I'm going with this. I've always used YouTube as a sort of creative outlet in some sense, and that is where I need to get my head back. I've always enjoyed YouTube. I enjoy filming and editing, and I don't really do many things I enjoy anymore these days, so I'm back. I hope you're happy to see me. Whoever is still here watching, like, I'm very shook because it's been such a long time. I wouldn't expect anyone to be watching anymore. But I'm going to be talking about some things that have been going on with me and what has shifted me away from the YouTube space. Just to explain, that's the sole purpose. I kind of want to give some backstory as to how my life has been going and where I would like to take it, because I want to capture that here. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Savannah. I suck at this. I don't know why I do this, honestly. I'm actually on my way out the door. Well, not really. I have to get dressed to a party. It's a pajama party, so I pretty much just have to throw on something else quick. But I'm really hoping that this is the last time I fucking film this, and I will actually have the balls to upload it this time, because I've literally filmed this so many times already. So let's hope this one's good. Okay, let's get started. No exaggeration whatsoever. Like, literally, 2019 was the worst year of my life thus far. I mean, I'm sure there'll be worse in the future, but I'm having a hard time coming back from everything. And I'm not gonna sit here looking for any type of sympathy or judgment. I don't care about your judgmental comments, or I don't want you to feel bad for me. I'm just here sharing what I can right now about myself. So there's a little backstory on why I'm doing what I'm doing with my channel. At the end of 2018, I moved out of my house. I mean, clearly, I don't know if you could actually tell that this is a different setup. It kind of looks similar to the one wall I used to film by, but it is not. I live in a new house, but I didn't move here at the end of 2018. We moved into an apartment after living in that house for probably 7 years-ish, because my parents split up and my stepdad went into a full psychotic break, so there was a lot to that I'm not going to share, but it was intense and crazy. So we moved into an apartment. I want to instill that I'm really bad with change. Not like, oh, I don't like change. No, like, I'm really, really bad with change. I have a really hard time adjusting to change. I go into full panic mode and don't really know how to react or what to do. And it's clear. If you could see my room right now, fucking pray for me, because it's a bit ridiculous at this point. Okay, we moved into an apartment at the end of 2018. Right before that, I had to get a full-time job because my mom went out on disability, and she still remains on disability. She has some things going on which have been really hard for me to deal with as well, but I'm not gonna touch on too much more. Maybe I will educate y'all on what it is that's going on at some point in another future video. But basically, she has an autoimmune disease, so she's been really struggling to just do basic human activities, and she got taken out of work. I'm starving. So at that point, my stepdad also did not have a job, so I was like, well, fuck, let me hop on and get a full-time job right quick. So I did. And I don't know if you know from before, but before I was working at a salon, building my business, basically. I still work there, and I still take clients occasionally, but definitely not as much because the job I got is overnights. So we work 11 to 7, Sunday night through Friday morning. So that takes up a lot of my energy, my time, and I just want to sleep all day. It took me a long time to adjust to that schedule. I think I'm pretty well adjusted now. I'm just a lot lazier because it makes you tired working all night. Totally flipping your schedule around and being awake when normal people are supposed to be sleeping every single night kind of does something to you. But I've been doing that for a little over a year now. I got promoted a couple times, and I'm a quality inspector, so I inspect and take measurements on all the parts we make to make sure that they're going to work properly. That is my job. I really struggled with getting this job in the beginning because I realized I wasn't going to be able to spend as much. I realized I wasn't going to spend able to spend as much time with Dylan, my little brother. I'm sure you guys know Dylan. You've got to know Dylan. If you don't, I have a 4-year-old brother named Dylan. And I realized I wasn't going to be able to spend a lot of time with him anymore. Prior to that, I would pick him up from daycare every single day and watch him for hours at a time. And I pretty much raised the kid since he was born. So that was really tough for me. I wasn't going to be able to spend a lot of time on my business anymore, and my career path was kind of taking a shift, and that was hard for me to come to terms with. I finally have. I think I'm at a point where it's not so bothersome to me anymore that things are different. This is what I mean about I'm bad with change. Just because the fact that things are different, I dwell on it and turn it into a bad thing when really it doesn't have to be a bad thing. I'm doing what I need to do and supporting who I need to support as best as I can. I'm already a very closed off and antisocial person as it is, but the job I have made it a lot worse because I literally am the graveyard shift. I communicate with the same 10 weirdos every single night and don't really have much other social interaction besides that, so I kind of lost that slight skill I had of interacting with people for a while there. I think I'm getting it back now. I'm starting to make steps, so I'm just explaining how I was. But for a while I struggled there. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I just wanted to lay in bed all day and sleep because I was tired. But I make decent money, and it's not a bad gig. I can pretty much do whatever I want at this job. They all love me there. The work is decently easy. So, I mean, I don't really have many complaints besides the schedule. It sucks, but I wouldn't want to work there on a different shift because that would be no fun. Fuck. We're about to get into the nitty-gritty. I'm nervous. I don't even want to talk about this online. Truthfully, it's not even worth my time to talk about it, but it really is, because this is a huge reason why I'm doing this and why I need to improve myself again and why my life has changed so much. It's a huge reason, so I really should be able to talk about it, but fucking Twiddledee and Twiddledum are about to come fucking calling my phone on some bullshit, and I really don't feel like hearing it. But my hair matches the wall. Hey. What do y'all think about my hair, first of all? The half and half? I had to do it. I've always had my hair colors and I've never done half and half, and I think it's pretty dope. What do you think? I'm totally avoiding talking about this, damn it. Fuck. I'm cutting it close on time here. I better hurry up. I still have pages to go, damn it. Okay, and we're 14 minutes in. Shit. Well, okay, let's just get down to it. At the beginning of 2018, I got into a really shitty relationship. I can't even say anything just out of my mouth right now. I have to literally read from this so I don't overstep my bounds. The worst of that relationship definitely happened throughout 2019. By far the worst of it. The worst part we endured was 2019. I really don't feel comfortable going into detail much about this relationship. Maybe one day I will grow some balls and feel comfortable to share my story, but right now is not the best time to do that. But I really wanted to come back here right now, so I'm gonna give just a gist. I really just don't have the time or energy to deal with the repercussions and the fucking in my fucking ear about it, so you get what you get right now. I'm sure everyone who's watching probably knows what the fuck I'm talking about, but if you don't, then you'll have to wait and see. It's just really shitty because I've never been able to share my side, my feelings, how it affected me, why it happened the way it did. And I just look like a fucking clown. I mean, I'm not the only one, but I don't like to look like a clown, so I'd like to do some explaining in the future. Maybe. If it's worth it, we'll see. What I can say, though, is the situation I was in, I would never wish on anyone. Like, truly, from the bottom of my heart, I don't think anyone deserves to feel or live like that. Not even this other girl that's involved in the situation. Despite how much she hates me or how much I dislike her, I really don't even think she deserves to be in this situation or to feel the way she probably feels. I don't know exactly how she feels, but it's shitty. That's it. That's as far as I'm going. Maybe one day I will talk about it and someone can learn something from me, because it really fucked me up and was not a fun thing to go through. It was not a relationship I can look back on and have too many good memories about. Mentally, it's really messed me up, and throughout this whole process, I stopped seeing my therapist and stopped seeing my psychiatrist and stopped taking my meds, so that made it a whole lot worse. But I truly don't wish that on anybody. It's very saddening. Fast forward to a year later into my relationship. In February of 2019, something really crazy happened and threw me into the worst depressive episode I think I've ever been in. I've always had depression and always struggled with depression and severe anxiety for a long time, but I've never been quite as depressed as I was for the following months after February into maybe like July, August. In February, I lost 25 pounds in 2 weeks. I didn't leave my bed. I didn't do anything besides go to work at night and come home and sleep and repeat for a while. But I lost a bunch of weight, and I didn't even realize it until I actually got up one day and got dressed and realized that none of my clothes fit me anymore, like, at all, significantly, like, had to go buy new clothes. I was a lot smaller. I since have gained all of the weight back. Actually, I'm finally back at my starting weight, which is my fattest weight, annoyingly. It kind of makes me sad, but I'm glad I like look healthier now. I don't look like a fucking skeleton anymore. So fast forward again to July. The relationship actually broke off. And for the first time in a long time, I started to feel like myself again. I reconnected with an old friend, Sarah, and she really opened my eyes to like a different life. I was so brainwashed and like stuck in this little bubble of a life that I was living that I thought that it was just normal and like something I had to deal with, and it so wasn't. And she really showed me that and showed me how to have fun again and how to just be myself without caring again. And I really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, deeply appreciate her being my friend and coming into my life when I really had nobody else there for me, and she was there for me. And my birthday's in August, so we hung out for the first time for my birthday. She took me out, and we've been going out ever since, and I'm just fucking thankful, really. I'm getting sidetracked. So I started going out, getting ready again, doing my makeup again, feeling like good about myself again, feeling pretty again, talking to new people, becoming social again. Like, that is a huge thing I lack in my life, is my like social ability. So being able to reintroduce that in my life made me feel a whole lot better. Like, hey, I am a person and people do like me, and I can go out and have a good time and talk to people and just be myself. I didn't realize it before because I was trapped, literally fucking imprisoned almost, and I wasn't allowed to do anything without it causing a problem. And who wants to cause a problem? Not me. So I kept my mouth shut and didn't do anything. But I realized that I could, and I was able to, and I did, and it was fun, and I felt alive for the first time in so long. Stupid me, after feeling so good, decided to run right back to him in September, I think. I'm a fucking idiot. That last go was, I'm very regretful about it, because I was feeling okay and feeling better and feeling good and feeling like myself, and I'm weak. So I went back and threw myself back in the same depressive episode that I was in before. I didn't think it was going to be like that, but of course it was, because when is it not? So let's skip to October. This previous October, I moved again, this time to a different town, so that was a whole lot different. I'm not used to my surroundings anymore. I don't know where anything is. I'm very far away from everything I know. Again, bad with change. So it has been tough, but I've been making the best of it. Any video progress as I'm filming. My friend Micah, we're actually going to California in April, and I will vlog that for you guys because that's going to be so fun. So we moved again in October, and with my grandparents, because we couldn't afford the apartment anymore, being that I was the main source of income. It just wasn't really working out very well. So we moved here so we could live here for a while rent free, so we could pay off some debt and save up and, you know, whatever else. When we were first planning this move, I actually was planning on having this be a fresh start for me. I wanted to come in here alone. It being in a different town was going to be good for me to not be surrounded by everything that reminds me of this person and the situation I was in, and I just didn't want to be around it. So I was going to come here, have a fresh start, clear my brain, start over. But since we got back together in September, guess who came and basically moved in with me? because I'm dumb. Please learn from me. But we moved here. That was tough. He did make it a lot easier for me in the initial moving process and all, because it was uncomfortable. I feel much like a intruder almost, like I'm just invading in their family and like this is not mine. But those feelings have kind of passed and I've gotten used to it. But he did help me because I felt comfortable with him, and him and I were like a duo, and he was always there, so that made it better for the time being, but long term probably wasn't a good idea. The best part, on Thanksgiving, the relationship ended, finally, once and for all, and I think it's finally time to reinvent myself. I've gotten so lost in trying to please someone else and trying to be the person that my person needed that I really did lose myself in the process. My parents splitting up, moving, the whole dynamic of my life changing with the night shift, and just everything just flipped upside down really made me lose my whole sense of self, like truly and honestly. I'm not at all like how I used to be. I used to be super OCD and make lists and clean everything and organize everything. And like if you see my room right now, I still have boxes that are not unpacked, and it's the end of January. We moved in October. That's ridiculous. There's no reason for that. I'm not the same, and I want so badly to be better and feel good again. I truly don't even recognize myself anymore. And it's sad. I want to feel good about the person that I am. Again, something good finally has to come out of all the bad that I have endured the past 2 years. And I'm finally ready to make that happen. So that's my plan for this channel. I want to record my progress of making my life better and making better choices, having fun, going out, doing fun things, cleaning my room, organizing my life, finding a new job, like all these things. I want to mark my progress through YouTube and be able to look back and see how far I've come. I really want to gain some pieces back of who I used to be, get my OCD self back, my organized self back, my determined self back, I don't know. But I also want to feel genuinely happy for once ever and feel comfortable in my own skin for once ever. I want to be an even better version of who I was. And I'm feeling quite determined to do it. I just wanted to come back and make this so I had a starting point. I didn't want to just start uploading random stuff on YouTube without giving some sort of backstory and some sort of reasoning as to why I'm back and what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So that is why I'm here. That is what I'm explaining. I've been on YouTube since I was like 10 years old. Literally, I've had so many channels over the years and uploaded so many different types of things. And with this channel, I have always struggled with finding a niche and finding what kind of content I want to upload. If you guys have any suggestions at all of anything you want to see from me, please comment and let me know. Message me on fucking Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Let me know what you want to see from me if you have any suggestions, because I am very open to suggestions. But from this point forward, I'm going to just be outlining the process of me bettering myself, really. And that's about it. It might not be interesting, it might not be funny, it might not be the best content, but it really, no offense, it's really not for you guys, it's more so for me. Putting it on YouTube gives me more of a reason to do it, and I really need to do it at this point. Like, I need to get it together and work on myself and be better. I'm just repeating myself at this point, but I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this channel. I'm really excited to look back in a year and see how far I've come and see how much better I feel and how much of a better place I'll be in. It's always been a passion and a hobby of mine to be on YouTube, filming and editing and such. But I've really lost my passion for a lot of things these days, so I'm trying to gain some of that back. I've realized that I really can't go wrong on here just being unapologetically myself. Thank you for watching. If you've watched this far along, comment a black heart emoji in the comments if you've made it to the end, because I'm sure this is gonna be long. But I'm glad to be back, and I'm excited to see what the future holds. So I will see you guys soon with some new content.